A Groundhog Day story. The tale of a marmot, his shadow, and the 15 people who protect him. The holiday known as Groundhog Day occurs every year on February 2nd. Thousands of people show up to see the main attraction, Punxsutawney Phil. But devoted fans have learned there's a lot more to celebrate than just his predictions.
I'm Dan McGinley, Moonshine.
I'm Dave Gelati, Thunder Conductor.
That's it! It's Groundhog time!
Okay.
I co-host the stage show with the Thunder Conductor, which is 3 a.m. until about 7 a.m. before Phil comes out and does his thing. We're in charge of sort of keeping the people entertained, keeping them moving, keeping them warm, keeping them focused.
Oh, not bad for a Tuesday in the winter.
We get to host a
national holiday. We get to entertain thousands of people for hours.
We're Phil's opening band.
So hello at home.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Babs.
Dan and Dave, if you're ever around them, I mean, they can't stand still. I mean, they're just energetic individuals. They're fun people to be around. They make you have fun.
Over here, let's go.
Dave is the Energizer Bunny of the stage show. If you need a little pick-me-up, you just look over at Dave, and he is just on fire. So that's the inspiration. I'm good at ad-libbing.
All right. We got a party now.
They're on stage more than Phil at the morning of Groundhog Day, so they better do a good job or they'd be getting the shepherd's crook, but they really do.
I think we need to start the live music earlier this year because the buses roll at 2.
The Thunder Conductor and I put together the stage show, and it's a lengthy process. We plan pretty far out, somewhere between Thanksgiving and Christmas. We basically say goodbye to our wives and families. Thunder Conductor and I hunker down and try to put it together, and we start from scratch every year.
That is the official knob schedule.
And the reason it needs to be so detailed minute by minute is because when the sun comes up and Punxsutawney Phil is going to make his prediction, so we better be on time. So that means the thing before has to hit the mark, and so before and before.
Please welcome back to the stage the Beagle Brothers.
In years past, we've organized live bands. We have the Philette feature dancers. We have skits, we have dancing, we have comedy. We try to get a variety of things that will keep people entertained, keep people moving.
She'll be talking to a groundhog. Talking to a groundhog.
The real difficulty is keeping people entertained who are naturally freezing. We have had freezing rain. The live bands have had freezing rain filling up in their instruments. They're dumping their instruments out. They're dumping their guitar out so the water is falling.
And playing it and going back at it.
And going back at it.
You should be talking to a groundhog. Talking to a groundhog.
And that's not something you plan for. Groundhog Day is February 2nd. We ain't moving this thing to June 10th.
So happy Groundhog Day and have a happy Groundhog year.
Of course, not all Groundhog Day celebrations go as planned.
I live in fear that when we throw the door open, that after 130 plus years, this is the year that Phil has decided that he's ready to check out. Nothing like that has happened to us yet. But we do have a story where Bill Dealey threw the doors open and there was no Phil.
1, 2, 3.
I'll never forget the time that we were going to do Groundhog Day here probably 10, 15 years ago. That morning when I opened the door to get Phil out, there was nothing.
He threw the doors open and turned and looked at our president at the time and said, "He's not there." The president said, "You better pull something out of there."
Bring him up.
And this is live TV. And I got to come up with something in a hurry. What am I going to come up with because I don't have Phil?
We're going to get him out.
You know, normally you just open up. It's like opening up your microwave. There he is.
He had dug down through the bottom of the stump, and so Bill put his hand in there till he could reach him, let him bite him.
I went to about my shoulder length and felt him and finally found the back leg and pulled a little bit, got whatever, and we did get Phil out. Like, ooh, we did it. But that's a Groundhog Day. If I do them for another 100 or more years, I'll never forget that one.
Loyal are the members of the Punxsutawney Groundhog Club, who to this day are discovering new ways of promoting the legend of Punxsutawney Phil.
It's okay, buddy.
The mission of the Inner Circle is to continue to have the international holiday known as Groundhog Day here in Punxsutawney and to protect and take care of Punxsutawney Phil.
Happy Groundhog Day!
Over the last few years, we've expanded Phil's presence over the internet. About 1,500 people visit the website every day. On Groundhog Day itself, we'll have over 2 million visitors on our website. People all across the world are able to watch Groundhog Day. That's a great way for us to connect with our fans and get people involved.
Phil is quite active on Facebook, quite active on Twitter. His Instagram page is a little bit light right now, but we're working on it.
Recently, Phil has made his way to an even bigger stage than Gobbler's Knob.
Danny Rubin, who wrote the movie Groundhog Day, put together a musical, Groundhog Day. It's being produced in London. It went over extremely well. It is coming to Broadway, and I think that we're going to have a big showing out there as support.
The musical is going to be another huge shot in the arm. I think it's going to engender a whole nother wave of visitors to Punxsutawney.
You guys are awesome.
Even though we get 10, 20, 30,000, I want to see 100,000 people. I want to see that.
Okay, that's it. It's Groundhog time.
As the members of the Inner Circle look towards a bright future, perhaps their greatest feat is turning a simple little tradition of predicting the weather into one of America's best-loved holidays.
I want you to get your cell phones out and light this place up.
I think it's the mystery and the magic that we all want to believe in something beyond just our day-to-day lives, that there's something almost mystical about it.
Phil! Phil! Phil!
There's a silliness. Standing in the woods at 0 degrees in a foot of snow, up on a knob waiting for a groundhog, it's just not a normal daily activity.
What I find most interesting is just how long Groundhog Day's been around. It's 130 years old, and we've continued to perpetuate the legend of Punxsutawney Phil.
Okay, Phil, you gotta talk to me, buddy.
You might see like pretty iconic photos taken from behind the Inner Circle that silhouettes the top hats and looks out over the crowd. The flash bulbs going off, people cheering. Being a part of the tradition, both historically and into the future, it's humbling, and I'm proud to be a part of it.
People come to Punxsutawney for Groundhog Day the same reason they might go run with the bulls in Spain. It's very unique, it's funny, and it's fun.
It's small-town America. It's Americana at its finest.
There's a whole generation waiting to come visit us on February 2nd, and we'll be here as long as they keep coming.
We want to thank every one of you for coming here. You're the one that makes this one of the greatest cultural events in the United States.